Welcome back to Introduction to Engineering Design. Today we're working on Module 7.5 and we're going to be producing the drawing of the bed, detailed drawing of the bed. So what we want to really do is we just want to capture a few of the details in the bed. And it's a very complex model, much more complex than it appears at first blush. So let's go ahead and choose and poke around on this and see what our best view would be for a front view. And I'm thinking it's going to be... I'll just go ahead and choose that. Let me go File, Make Drawing from Part, and I don't want to open that same part drawing up. So I'm going to browse to my C drive, ID 41, ID templates, and the landscape template. Just choose the front view, and I'm going to rotate this just to make it a little bit better. So before I project all of this, so let me just go ahead and accept this single view. In this single view, I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to come up here and click on my rotate view. I want to rotate that 90 degrees. So highlight up here, 90, and apply it. Let me actually go 180 more. I want the taillights to be, the taillights to be to the right. So now I am going to go to my View Layout tab, project my views, not sure I like that either, but we'll try that, and I'm going to rotate this view again here. See how it changes things. You know, let's just stick with that. That's not too bad. Alright, I want to apply this shaded with lines. And let's go ahead and start to do some annotation on this. First thing I want to do is annotate this circle right there. So let's go ahead and put a center mark on that circle. And you're going to notice when I do my whole call out here, I'm going to do a whole call out on these circles. Come down here and edit 4x because that didn't appear, because there are 4 of them. If I come over here and try and do this whole call out, you're going to see that it only sees it as a radius. And I'm going to change my document units to 4 decimal places. And that's because this circle actually lies on the plane here and then on the arc down there. That's part of the function of having brought it in as a model from another CAD program. Let's go to Smart Dimension, pick up some of these radiuses. So I've got a radius on this bottom edge. You'll also see that I've got a radius formed right there. Now notice if I don't like where the leader applies, I can come down over here and I can click on my leaders and I can change the representation of that leader pretty readily. So I can put that leader in different places, however I want it to appear, what I want it to look like. And we're going to actually go do. And now I'm going to drag this around so it looks like this. And I can back this point off here. Maybe. There we go. Having a heck of a time. There we go. That's what I want to do. All right. So now I've got that little radius. I don't know what else I can really apply a dimension to. Perhaps this top one. I think that actually has radius, and that's times 4. 4x for all the corners. And perhaps here, this would be 4x as well. I'm going to give some overall dimensions to this object also. Let's go with an overall height. And an overall width. And a location for each one of my small lights. And perhaps a start to the point where I have this radius that's depicted right there. All right. Not too bad. So let's go and add another sheet. Can either add a sheet on my sheet command, or I come down here and click on the new sheet. Add a new sheet. And let's go ahead and add that same front display. Except on this one, what I want to do is add a layout of a section view. Go down the middle, cut it in half, and place it such as that. So what this will be a real good place to come in and annotate the dimensions of my cutouts. So you'll see that's 2.2 wide. And the depth of this particular cutout also, along with the height. I'm going to apply another section view on this. So now we can see the depth of the pasture cutout. Because I've already dimensioned that radius. I've already dimensioned these inside radiuses. Let's add one more view here. This time I'm going to go ahead and select a single view, rotate this, 90 degrees. And I kind of want to do a view. So I'm going to project a view off the right side of this. And what I want to do is dimension this so that I can see the overall size of this cavity and the radius of the inside edges. Now, one of the things I want to do here is enter in a detail view of that edge. And perhaps, yeah, we're going to leave that alone. That's good enough for now. So detail view of that edge. Let me put in a center mark again so I can locate where my wheels are. And we'll use this front edge as our datum. Dimension for this notch cutout. Before I do that, I'm going to enter in a center line. And now a dimension to the center line of that cutout. Now you'll see that I'm getting pretty busy here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to reposition some of these drawings so they make a little more sense. There we have it. Now you can't really tell, but there's a chamfer right here. So let's go ahead and try and call out that chamfer here. There you have it, itty bitty. Now, that's not a very good layout of that, is it? Let's go ahead and do another detail view of this. View layout, detail view, and I'm going to do a detail view of this edge right here. And this will give me a presentation space for me to give the dimension this tiny little fillet. And it is tiny around the edge. I can also now come back in, give the dimensions of my cut, and similarly here I can give the depth of that same cut. Last, I'm going to go ahead and put in a dimension for the length of that cut. So there you have it. Our real-world model. This is fairly complex with a lot of different dimensions. In a few different sheets. So now I'm going to go ahead and save this. File save. And this is going to be my T9 bed drawing. And I'm going to save this also as a PDF drawing. Now notice that in the PDF export I can select all of the sheets or one of the sheets or three, however many I want. I'm going to select all three and export that. Next up is we're going to put together the PDF package. Thanks for watching.